Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, December 15th, 2021, and you can see today uh, mostly ranging today. Early on, we hit the measured move of the overnight highs and lows. Uh, we bounced, then we bounced off the overnight lows, came back down, bounced again, but then we went further down, and then we kind of snapped back. Started trending higher, bounced off the overnight lows again, came down, hit that same price level at the FOMC announcement, and then just rocketed up from there. And I would bet that this is two measured moves that we're about to get. Yeah, you can see that, and we hit those measured moves, and now it looks like maybe we might get a correction. We'll see. Prices are really printing fast at the towards the end of the day. But let's take a look at these trades. I didn't see too much this morning. We're really in a range in the overnight, and you could probably argue. Oh wait, no, this isn't even a low. This swing here, we're just ranging, pretty tight congestion, and then right at the open. We got this micro congestion here, and we test it here. You might go short here even on a second entry short. Look at all those dojis though. I should probably mark that though, but look, yeah, it's testing. We got this price level, couldn't go higher here, could barely make it here before getting rejection. So when we test it again, you might take that. That's a second entry short. But then when we test it one more time and you get a very bearish bar, I think you can take that. And then we start trending down, and there's not, I don't think there's any way to get in over here, but then you get a first entry right here. And this is the failed second entry, and I like where that sets up. And you could have had this trend channel drawn off the lows. It would have been a little difficult, but you could have had it. And so, yeah, this is like a third entry trap. And I want to ask Mac about these, if he trades these sometimes, because you can see here, we hit the measured move, so people are trying to first probably pick a bottom and get this failed second entry short. But then when it ticks higher and we get this bearish bar, can you go short there? I mean, I can guarantee that they trapped a bunch of longs here. In hindsight, of course, I didn't see that in real time, but then we just go sideways, and I don't think you can take any of this. You might take this. It actually does look like a double test right here, so maybe you would take that one. We'll see if Mac says anything about that. This is just congestion, no good entry, short or long here, in my opinion. This kind of looks like a second entry, but that's way too congested for me to be looking at that. Oh, whoops, I accidentally marked this because I got trapped there. I was being too eager. I mean, when you see a second entry short off this level of now resistance, you shouldn't be looking for a failure. I looked at first, second entry failure, and I went long on the engulfing bar. Bad decision. This turned out to be a nice move down. Second entry doesn't set up. And this is a first failed second entry long. We just had a break. I like the way this sets up. And you get a nice move out of that. And now we're below the measured move. We make a double bottom here, and we kind of rock it up. And you get, really this looks like one leg up, even though we make a new low right here. So you do get a first failed second entry short right here. And after this double bottom, and I think we were going higher. It felt like we were. And if you don't get in on that, you get a first failed second entry that's also a second entry long right here. And since the signal bar is no good on the second entry long, but it's a failed second entry short, you can take that. And that was going into like an hour up until the FOMC announcement, so not going to look at this. In fact, I think Matt puts a square here. So that's where the FOMC announcement is. You can see all this crazy volatility. We get this channel up, and we get a break, first entry, second entry. Signal bar is no good, but then we get a higher low right here. I think you can take that. And then we get a failed second entry short here, but the signal bar, it's congestive. But you might have taken that. Then we come up here, probably hit the measured move. I probably just drew my lines a little different than what some people had. I don't think I would take anything in here. Then we get this quick leg down. Unfortunately, I don't think you can enter any of this. I don't really like how any of this looks first, but this is a failure. That sets up below the EMA. This one sets up below the EMA, so maybe you take this. Oh, whoops. That's just like a higher low, and this looks congestive, so I don't really like that. This is the trend channel working up, and we don't really get a break here. I mean, it's a slight break, so when we get this first, well, I mean, this kind of looks like a second entry long, and that's why I marked it. It's below the EMA, though, but you can see we make a higher low here and then go lower again. So I looked at it kind of like a second entry long. You get a failure right here, but we're going into the highs, and look how great that trap is. You probably would have gotten a scalp if you entered on the engulfing bar. Yeah, you would have. And then they just all leave. All the buyers left. I think the problem here is, look, you have an overshoot. We've made a leg up. We haven't made a new high, but I think you're going into these highs. Just not a good idea. What else was I thinking? Yeah, I mean, I think that's all I really got for that. This is all just crazy, very back and forth. Look at all that congestion. You might go short right here, but look how congested it is. But I am gonna mark that as aggressive. That's a failed breakout, and I don't like any of this. It's just too congestive, and unfortunately, I don't see anything to get up in here. Here, this is 1230, so MAC doesn't mark anything past 1230, but I see this first, second entry. This signal bar is no good, but we have matching lows right here. I like that signal bar, and here you get a first entry, second entry long, so I like that. It's also, it kind of looks like a failed second entry short, and then it looks like prices started to sell off, so looks like we have a first, failed second entry right here, and that's how I saw it today. I actually took like 5 simulator trades, so let's take a look at those. At least I thought it was 5, maybe it wasn't. So I got a little lucky early here. I went long on this thinking there was like upward bias range, and that's a second entry long. And luckily that gave me a scalp, but I think you just got to be playing it like a range. Even if it looks like it has an upward bias, I really just got lucky there. Got a quick scalp. Yeah, went long here on an engulfing bar. I do not like engulfing bars, especially this didn't even touch the EMA. I don't know. I was just eager and excited. Here we get a first failed second entry long. I like this. I like the way this sets up. When we get a failed second entry short right here, I think this is a bit aggressive. We didn't have too much evidence that we're going higher, but I think it is a good read. And then here, I like this trade a lot. Second entry long combined with a failed second entry short. I think that's all for today. So that's how I saw it today. Those are the trades I took. One last look at it. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.